It's fun to talk about Disney right now because of the fact that they are having such a bad year. In fact, I would say when you take Indiana Jones and Elemental and all of these recent films that have tanked at the box office, I think it's fair to say that $900 million estimate is probably well over $1 billion by now. So they've lost over $1 billion now at the box office alone. It's pretty bad. And I think it's about to get worse because, of course, we still have Captain Marvel on the horizon. That's about to drop. The Marvels, which is actually Captain Marvel 2. That was the original name of it. Now it's The Marvels, starring 3 characters that nobody really cares about. I'm sure that's going to be a huge hit at the box office. No, probably not. It's going to be a giant failure because there's no excitement for it. In fact, there's not really that much excitement for Marvel properties in general. But Disney's not doing too well. A lot of that magic is gone. Disney, for a long time now, has been trying to make up for the loss of the magic and higher prices at their parks, and that's not working as much as it used to. A lot of people are starting to turn away. Why is that? Because what reason is there to go to a Disney park anymore? None of the stuff there is really that relevant because they've ran it into the ground so hard. So they're in a little bit of trouble. Universal, doing everything right. Those parks are on their way up. And God willing, they'll replace Disney in a few years, which would be nice to see. That's when Disney's finally going to get the hint, when people stop going to their parks. And that might happen a lot sooner than you think because of the fact that their properties just don't resonate with people. Movie World clowns on Indiana Jones, making $60 million in its first weekend. Just 1/5 of its budget. So the world is making fun of Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, and why shouldn't they make fun of the movie? The movie has bombed worldwide. The international market hates it. That's where they really needed to make their money. I mean, you need to make a lot of money internationally. You need to make more than you make domestically, to be honest. And with that 50-something% drop, which might be a lot worse this weekend, this movie is probably going to be one of the worst box office bombs in the history of not just Disney, maybe even Hollywood. And that's because of the budget of the movie. The movie is one of the most expensive movies ever made. So people are just making fun of this movie big time. They're laughing at it. As this article says, Movie World clowns on Indiana Jones. So you got everybody out there laughing at Disney's expense, which isn't a good look for them. It makes them look bad. They don't want people making fun of their movie. So a lot of tweets captured here from some accounts. I always like going over these because I find them funny. A Seinfeld current day, this version of Indiana Jones would have made more money than Avatar. There's a George Costanza here with the Indiana Jones hat. Sean Chandler, $300 million was way too expensive. Crystal Skull made audiences skeptical. Lucasfilm in general has done that because what have they done? They've had nothing but failure after failure. Look at Lucasfilm. Star Wars movies had no purpose. They weren't planned out very well. In fact, we know the Star Wars movies had no plan. They were just making it up as they went, thinking that's fine. Willow is a tax write-off. Willow came out. Everyone hated it. Was literally out for 6 months, something like that. And they removed it because nobody watched it. It was better seen as a tax write-off than letting it sit there. Leak sites stirred up more skepticism. Early reviews confirmed that. And, of course, younger generations aren't as interested in indie and movies starring 80-year-olds. I agree. I'm not even interested in that. I didn't want this movie. I didn't want the fourth one either. I'll tell you what, though, the fourth one is a little bit more redeemed now thanks to this piece of shit. I don't want to see my heroes as broken, washed-up old men. Nobody wants to see that, but Lucasfilm thinks there's money in that. They've done it multiple times now. They did it with Star Wars, they did it with Willow, and now they did it with Indiana Jones. Each time it is proven to be a failure. What did it do with Star Wars? Split the fan base. Destroyed that brand because a lot of people left and never came back. And then Willow, they did it with Willow. And now Indiana Jones. Here's another one by the Moonlight Warrior, making a good point too, by the way. I don't know how Kathleen Kennedy is still the head of Lucasfilm. The sequel trilogy had no plan and face planted. Solo bombed. Countless Star Wars films canceled. Willow tanked. Indy 5 is going to lose Disney hundreds of millions. I just don't get it. I don't either. Nobody does. Nobody gets it. She is the most protected woman in Hollywood. Literally, she has cost them, I don't even know, hundreds of, probably almost $1 billion maybe. I mean, and I'm just guessing, but she has lost more money than she's brought in. What has she brought in since she took over Lucasfilm? She had some success with Force Awakens, which, arguably that was going to happen no matter what they put out. They managed to make a little bit of goodwill with that movie by pretty much just copying A New Hope. Then after that, they came out with Rogue One, which did okay. That's actually the best movie they've made. And then after that is all downhill, right into the toilet. What was after that? The Mandalorian brought in what? Some Disney subscribers that they lost because a lot of them bounced after they watched it. So, not a lot of wins for her, but yet they keep her. She doesn't get fired. She hasn't been fired yet. I don't think she's going to get fired. She's probably going to get a stern talking to. That'll be about it. And if she does get the can, it's going to be her walking away and she will be celebrated. Her accomplishments will be celebrated. Here's another one. The Walt Disney Corporation. Ooh, woo, I'm a little baby. I need 7 years and $300 million to make another Indiana Jones movie, and it won't even be good. Dennis, the director or creator of Dune 2, will be done in less than 2 years, and it will make you release. Here's another one from Scott Weinberg. I know why so many Hollywood movies are losing money. I honestly do. Ready? This will shock you. They are too effing expensive to produce. Stop spending $250 million on one movie. You cannot buy success at the box office. Sorry for yelling. That's actually a good point. We need to go back to the $60, $80 million movie. I think Hollywood would be better for it, to be honest. These super big budget movies, you just don't make money with them. Movies were better when they were cheaper. That's a fact. They were better when they were cheaper because it forced you to be a little bit more creative. Turns out it was a bad idea for Hollywood to spend $150 to $300 million in every movie. It's true. So everybody is laughing at Disney right now, and it's kind of sad. This was once a great company, and now they are the joke of the industry. But you can't really talk about that because they'll pay to silence you. I think one of the reasons you see channels getting hit lately is because of these big corporations tired of everyone knocking them down. They think if they silence critics that it'll improve their shit. It won't. They need to listen to their critics because there's been a lot of people that have put out a lot of good advice and they don't listen. They think that they're better than everybody else, and they're not. A lot of untalented, garbage people running the ship. Anyway, that's it. Let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments below. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. Check out my Rumble and Locals, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my Locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my locals.